One of the biggest mistakes that quality lighting contractors make early in their careers is chasing the whale. What's up, guys? Welcome to Shop Talk. I don't know what episode this is, but this is the business side where we talk actual lighting business topics. I'm loving the show. This week, I love talking about things that I'm actually dealing with during the week with our clients. And this week, just like every week, I get asked this question all the time. It's like, hey, how do I land that massive project? Everybody that turns into a quality contractor in this industry, especially young in their career, the next thing they want to do is figure out how they land that massive job. And I love shooting for that, but I hate when especially the young guys focus 100% on their time, their marketing materials, their strategy, their business strategy on just landing those massive projects. It causes some problems within the business. And so today we're going to talk about chasing the whale. Chasing the whale is a bad thing, especially early on in your career. One of the things that was important to me is I loved having one of those whale jobs. I used to call it the anchor job for the month. And that job was important to me, but it wasn't as important as all the other projects we were doing that month. It was just one piece of what we were doing. One of the things that guys do immediately is they kind of get away from what our real customer base is. And the truth is, the $48,000 job is our customer base. That's kind of the standard landscape lighting project. And then guys want to throw away immediately that $2,000 to $4,000 job. And I think that that's a massive mistake. And I'm going to explain that to you today. One of the biggest reasons why it's a mistake is viewership. Would you actually rather have a single client that's $200,000, or would you rather have 100 clients at $2,000? My answer would be I want 100 clients for $2,000. And the reason, one of the biggest ones, is you want to grow your customer base. And I'll talk about why that's really important to me. But viewership is the most important thing. That 100 clients, every job in this industry turns into another job, right? You want to think like that. If I do a good job here, maybe they'll give me their neighbor, or maybe if I'm just at their house, someone will see me on the street and I'll be able to produce another job down the street. So grabbing a job a lot of times is just as important as anything else. And I'd rather have 100 jobs, 100 clients that are out there saying that I did a great job on that property than having that single client that's a massive job. Growing your customer base should be one of the most important things to you. And I know that means you're going to grab some jobs that just maybe aren't as cute. They aren't the designer job that everybody likes to get after, right? Where you got to get creative on the job. Those are nice, but I want you to also do some jobs that pay the bills. And growing my customer base, I can remember, like, when COVID started, I freaked out because I knew that, like, at a moment's notice, at the very beginning when we weren't sure what was really going to happen, I thought our business was going to go to nothing. My very first trigger, the first lever I pulled, was leaning on our customer base. And I was lucky to be in business a long time. And so I was able to jump on our customer base right away, let them know we're here to support you, we're ready to do service, add-ons, we're ready to do whatever you need, so that because new clients immediately went to nothing because everybody was unsure with what was going on. Then everybody got locked in the house and started spending a bunch of money on outdoor lighting. It ended up being great, but for the lighting industry anyway. And so growing your customer base, because you never know when you're going to need to lean on that thing. If you've got a customer base of 50 people, all $200,000 jobs, you can't lean on those people. That's not enough numbers there. But if you've got a 2,000 person customer base, a 3,000 person customer base, you can produce revenue at the drop of a hat. Anytime I got slow, lean on customer base. Anytime we had a gap in the schedule, customer base. That's how you build that scale where you always have business and don't have to worry about it. Second thing is the sales cycle. You ever done a $200,000 job? That sales cycle is long. You meet with the client 3 or 4 times. You have to go through really custom things on the job. A lot of it's pre-wire. You don't get paid for a long period of time. Maybe you collect a deposit. There's a long cycle there. There are problems with that whale of a job that you really need to figure out and overcome. If you that up to $10,000 job, that thing's easy. You're in and out. You can stack one on top of the other and you can go. Those jobs are nice to have too. And then the second thing is the peaks and valleys. I kind of talked about this. When guys do nothing but chase whale jobs, then you end up with a middle ground where you got nothing to do. You got whale job, nothing to do. Whale job, nothing to do. Whale job, nothing to do. And that creates massive stress on the business and massive stress on the business owner. It's hard trying to figure out how you're going to make payroll next week when you got nothing for these guys to do. And at some point, when you got guys sitting with their hands in their pockets, you got to make business decisions. And so you can really level that business off by adding in a lot of these other jobs. It may not be as sexy, but they pay the bills. And at the end of the day, we're in business to pay bills and create, a lifestyle for ourselves and our families. We're not really in business just for the glitz and glamour, right? All right, so we are going to chase the whale, but it is not going to be our business model. That is the most important thing I want, especially young lighting contractors, to notice today. The small jobs pay the bills. The big jobs are for Instagram. All right. This is Shop Talk, and if you're a Redwoods Pro install partner, you get this kind of information every day, straight from my mouth. And I'm really enjoying doing the show. Like and subscribe to our page, and follow us for more info.